Hi everyone, this is Phil from Mitt Gaming, here to give you 7 tips for 7 Days to Die Alpha 12. So the first tip is debris damage. So all I'm going to do here is I've made myself a little platform, and I'm just going to knock it out here. And we can see it does some damage to the zombie, but really not that much. So if we actually want to make this effective, we're going to have to increase the blocks available. And here you see we've got 3 tiers of them now. So let's see whether this will be effective at all. And so we can see, it does a good job of burying the zombies and killing them if they're low enough level. So tip number 2 involves glue and duct tape, 2 new resource items introduced in Alpha 12. To make glue, you will need a beaker, and you can use a large bone and water, and it'll take a 30-second cook time, so you need to put a fair amount of wood on to do that. And so we'll cook that off. We'll jump ahead a little bit here. And there we go. And once you've got the glue, glue in and of itself has no real use other than the manufacture of the other resource, which is duct tape. And so to make duct tape, you need glue and you need a cloth fragment. And so when you have duct tape is used in crafting 2 things, and it is the mini bike handlebars and the mini bike seat. So you'll need that if you want to make those parts if you can't seem to find them. Tip number 3 is the fire pit trap. Instead of putting spikes in a pit, why not put campfires? So when the zombies go in, they catch fire. Nice thing if you use a moat full of these things is you won't need torches at night. Though you will need a large amount of wood. Tip number 4 is finding caves. Now, finding caves in Alpha 12 is a little harder, though they do still appear as black dots on the minimap. And the reason that they're harder to find is because there genuinely are fewer of them than there were in Alpha 11. And that's because the biomes spawn them with a lower frequency. Though you can see that their entrances are the same as they always were. So really, you just got to keep looking. That's all there is to it. Tip number 5 is bear moats. So let's say you've got yourself a lot of zombies and you want to make sure that they don't get to you. Well, why don't you just hop over your own moat that is filled with bears? So you can see the moat has to be made with at least concrete because for whatever reason the bears don't like being in it. And it isn't exactly an easy thing to build, I will say that. But as long as you can hop over the moat, the bears will fall in, and the zombies will fall in, and the bears will fight the zombies. Though they will slowly damage the sides of the moat, and repairing it is a bit of a trick because you kind of have to get close to the bears to do it. Tip number 6 is mounting flashlights. With the advent of Alpha 12, we now have the ability to mount flashlights onto most of the guns we can make. As long as you know the recipe, for example the pistol, I'll just click on this and you can see the parts of the pistol are right here. And there's also the flashlight at the top there. Now I'm going to craft it without the flashlight just to show you that we can. And so there we are, we have a nice little good pistol. And I'm going to take the pistol, I'm going to put it right back in the break part, and I can just take the flashlight and put it up in there and craft it again. So if you don't have a flashlight at the time, doesn't mean you can't make the gun. So now that I've got my gun with my flashlight, I'm just going to put it in my hotbar and turn it on. And there we go. No more mining helmets for everyone. Woohoo! And finally, tip number 7 is start your own space program. So I've just got some TNT on the ground here, because for too long, zombies have been stuck on the ground, and I think we need to change that. Oh, I have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Beautiful. But sadly, the zombies aren't really the greatest thing to launch into orbit, so I found something a little bit more rocket-shaped. With these coniferous trees, and only half as much TNT, you get a surprising result. Absolutely amazing airtime. So, that's it for the tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have fun out there.